Welcome to Chatting with the Sisters, live from the Flamingo Resort in St. Petersburg, Florida, on gshradio.com. Good evening, and welcome to Chatting with the Sisters. I'm Sister Tootie, truly humble, of the Tampa Bay Sisters, alongside with Sister Lolly Lickalot.
That's me.
Tonight we're chatting with our special guests, Joy Winheim and Vicky Oliver of Francis House. Hi.
Welcome to the show, ladies.
How are you guys today?
Thanks for having us.
I'm so glad to see you again, Joy. I understand we're having several events coming up, and one of which is the Go Eat Tampa Bay.
Yes, it is. That's coming up on February 23rd, and the dessert reception is going to be at the Element downtown. And what it is kind of, it's an old fundraiser where people have dinners at their home, invite their friends, and kind of charge for the dinner. And the funds that they raise go to Francis House. Goes to a great cause, and you have fun with your friends. Then when it's over, you come to the Element, where we provide dessert. So we're getting donations of desserts from area restaurants and bakeries and businesses. So it's
very cool. Is this the first year you're doing this?
This is actually the third.
Awesome. Now, do you guys always do it right before right after Valentine's Day, or is it moved throughout the year sometimes?
You know, the first year we did it in June, and it proved difficult because we did it the same weekend as Gay Days at Disney. So we decided that we skipped a year and went right into the following February. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We didn't skip it. We went right into the following February and did it just 6 months apart. And then we've been doing it every February. That's going to be kind of our
February
time.
February seems like a good month because, you know, it's early enough in the year. There's not a whole lot of stuff going on in the community. And, you know, it could even be tied into Valentine's Day. You know, honey, we're not going to go out. We're going to have a Valentine's Day party the following weekend. And
it's a great opportunity to pull your friends together, because who doesn't want to have their friends over for dinner?
Exactly.
You know, and our community has been fantastic. Even our desserts, Dat's Deli is giving us desserts, the Fresh Market, Breadwinners, Tropical Treats. Publix is a big supporter of ours. They support us every year. So it's a good time, and the view from the rooftop at the Element is gorgeous.
Now, where is, you guys said it was downtown, but what is that overlook? I don't even know where that's at.
The Element is actually located on Franklin Street, and the view overlooks the University of Tampa and the river. So it's when it's all lit up at night.
We're over in Russia somewhere looking at the university.
Now,
absolutely.
Is this poolside or up on the very top?
It is the 10th floor, not poolside. We're afraid people will fall in.
Yes,
or purposely jump in.
So we're on the opposite side.
And prior to the dessert, we're having Lolly and I are hosting at my house. So we are serving wine with our pasta dinners.
Yes.
One thing we do want to let people know is that we do not serve alcohol at the dessert reception. People have the opportunity to have their beverages at their dinners.
Exactly.
And we want people to be able to come and share their experiences and just have
coffee,
a nice, simple time. Yes, Aramark donates all of our coffee.
Awesome.
Oh, great,
awesome.
great.
I love coffee. I could drink coffee 24/7.
Have great conversation with coffee.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we also are going to have some silent auction items there, and we were actually working on them the last couple of days, and we have some great auction baskets. We have a piece of jewelry from the Golden Diamond Source that is valued at $750, and that was donated by them. We have a digital camera package that comes with a mini photo shoot, a camera. It's almost like a multimedia basket, and it has a iPod shuffle in there.
I can't tell my husband about that.
We have
He's the shutterbug.
Yep, we have some art prints from that were brought back from Ethiopia directly for this fundraiser. So we really do have some neat,
something for everybody,
some neat stuff. Absolutely, and it's affordable. We don't start our auctions at $500.
Right.
So,
well, that's good. That's good.
We might start them at $100, but for what you're getting, it's affordable.
I was going to say, if you're getting a piece of jewelry worth $700, $100 is a
that one we might start a little higher.
Yeah.
But even the media kits or iPods, it's all going to a good cause. So that's what's important, and that's what I think should build the auctions up. Is people remember that, and I think that's why they do so well. You know, is people don't necessarily put in for silent auctions because of the items. They do, don't get me wrong, but they are willing to bid more than, I guess, if they went to the store, they wouldn't pay that or whatever, because it's going to a good cause. So tell us about the cause.
Francis House has been providing supportive services to Tampa's HIV community for over 23 years. We're the only agency that focuses solely on the supportive services. So we offer support groups, mental health and substance abuse counseling. We have a nutritional program that we do, lunch every single day, breakfast when we have it.
Awesome.
At least 2 days a week we do breakfast. We have a food pantry, medical case management, housing case management. What am I leaving out?
I think you
Emergency assistance. Anything that we can fit into a day, we'll do. We don't really turn anybody away for the things they need, even if it's out of the realm of what we're supposed to do.
Well, that's awesome.
No, and the bus passes for to and from the doctors in Francis House.
And I do believe that we're the only agency that actually has a transportation program where clients can actually earn a 31-day bus pass every single month for participating in services.
Oh, great.
Nobody
That's
else is
wonderful.
giving out that type of transportation assistance.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's really overlooked a lot, is
It is.
transportation.
It is, really.
You know, and granted, Tampa doesn't have, we have buses, but I've lived elsewhere, and we don't have the best public transportation system. I mean, but at least we have one. But still, you know, I remember, I don't know if it's changed, but even with my kids being in school, my daughter has to take 3 different school buses, and that was just a school bus to get to her school. So I can't imagine people that live on one side of the bay or the other and have to take public transportation, how many transfers and how many hours ahead of time. That's got to be a nightmare.
To their doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The most important, you know, destination.
Exactly,
for our
and then
clients.
on top of that, having to pay for it if you're strapped, you know, and you just don't really have the money for the monthly passes or things along those lines. So I think that's awesome.
That's great. And you're also doing other fundraisers for your new building.
Yes, the Carlos Alvarez Annex. This has been kind of a labor of love. It's taken us a very long time to get to the point where we are now, that we're going to start construction and that we're going to actually be building. They broke ground. We officially broke ground in last June.
Yeah, we were there.
In the rain.
In the rain.
And we got splashed by the bus.
There was like
Tsunami every time the
3
buses
feet of
went
water
by.
in the parking lot.
It will be
Good day.
unforgettable. And
We
you
can
know,
say we were there then.
and you know, we have just been diligently working towards making sure that by the time this building goes up, we don't want a mortgage. So we have worked with the city and we've worked with our bank so that we can obtain a loan so that we can start the construction. And now we're fundraising so that by the time it's completed, we won't have a mortgage.
Well, that's awesome.
Wonderful.
I think that's great. Now, what is before we go to break, what is the new building going to allow you to do? Is as far as offer more services or just increase the services that you're currently offering?
I think it's twofold. Right now we're out of space. It's hard to write additional programs and go for extra funding because I have not one spare office or nook or cranny to put a staff
People
member
working in the lobby.
They'll be working in the lunchroom.
And don't you have deep freezes in someone's office and
We
refrigerators?
do. Poor Vicky has a freezer in her office.
Well, I guess
So if she's
you
in there with
if
her
you get
clients-
hungry, you just got to
Well,
reach
that
around and
explains
grab a
why it's always so
popsicle.
cold there, because Vicky's got those motors running in her office
It's
there.
true. And, you know, once we move into the other building, we'll have office space available so that if we write additional programs, we can hire the staff, we can increase the services. And one of the programs we really want to work on is our mental health program and expand services to include psychiatric services, that we could have somebody on site to work with our mental health counselors to provide medications.
Now, will all of the offices that's in the building that you're in now go into the new building, or will you have a certain amount of offices remain there and utilize the rooms for other things?
We may utilize some of the rooms for other things. It's going to be hard. You know, our case managers are very close, and they have a great working relationship together. So giving them their own office is a good thing, but you know, we want to make sure
they'll go through withdrawals.
They do. They use each other for resources. So not all of the staff can come over there. So we need to really sit down and go through a plan about who's going to move over there. And we will have some empty space. We'll actually have a meeting room that the community might be able to use, that our board can use. Right now our board meetings are in our lunchroom. You know, we're making do with the space that we have, and we've been very lucky to not have a mortgage on our current building. And we just, if we could get through this building process without a mortgage, we're going to be good to go. And I expect that Francis House is going to have a really long future.
Well, and that's like we, the sisters, we utilize your lunchroom every other month, and we just truly appreciate it for our general meetings.
Well, we're happy to help. You guys have been such a support to us that if that's a way that we can give back to you, then that's what we're going to do.
Well, it's wonderful. We need to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. This commercial break is brought to you by Sarasota Auto Glass, Fast Auto Glass Service, 53 years of service. Glass for every need, serving Sarasota and Manatee County. You can find them quicker and faster on rainbow411.com.
The Roma Wellness and Anti-Aging Institute is proud to announce the addition of an incredible lineup of facial and body treatments. Indulge yourself with a non-surgical facelift, a chemical peel, microdermabrasion, and so much more. The Roma Wellness and Anti-Aging Institute offers several different packages. Call 727-525-1141 today for our weekly specials. The Roma Wellness and Anti-Aging Institute, where your body is our care and your well-being is our commitment.
Driving in my car, you say it runs really smooth, and the window tinting makes it cool. I say, I know. I take it to Grandma's, and they make it so. Hello, this is Elma with Grandma's Auto Repair and Window Tinting in historic Kenwood, just north of downtown St. Pete. Grandma trusts them with her car, and so can you. Grandma'sAutoRepair.com, 727-322-3300, or on Facebook, Grandma's Auto Repair.
Everybody's looking for love. Oh, ain't that so easy at this club? Oh, you ain't gon' find a text with him. No, I got a better solution for you, girl. Oh, just sleep with me now. Say the word and we'll go. I'll be your teacher. I'll show you the ropes.
back to Chatting with the Sisters. I'm Sister Lolly Lickalot, and my co-host is Sister Tootie Truly Humble.
Howdy.
And today we have with us from Francis House, Joy Winheim and Vicky Oliver. We're discussing their Go Eat fundraiser on February 23rd, and we're also discussing the new building that is being built and a whole bunch of other stuff that Francis House does for the community. So let's pick up where we left off with the building. Do you have a projected date for it to be finished? Or is it kind of depending on the...
It depends on a lot of things. It depends on our construction company. It depends on the weather. It depends on when they actually start. And, you know, we've been talking to them, and one of the problems that we were facing is that the bid that we received for the building, we received over a year ago.
Right.
So our construction company is working with the vendors to make sure that they would honor the same prices that were quoted to us so that we could stay within our budget. Because anything over our budget, and it doesn't happen.
Work, yeah.
Now, you mentioned to us when we were during break that you have a fundraiser going on to help with the building. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we are moving into this century and trying to use social media to further our cause, like a lot of other nonprofits.
Yeah.
And we have discovered this thing called crowdfunding, and I'm sure that lots of people have heard about it before us. And there is a website called GoFundMe that you, as anybody, can go on there and put anything you want. If you want to raise money to throw a birthday party, you put it up there, and people can donate to it.
Oh, that's cool.
So they do have a nonprofit section, and we
Awesome.
have created a page for the Carlos Alvarez Annex, and it's GoFundMe.com/Francis House. It's really easy to find us. And you could donate as little as $5, and if you want to give us $10,000 and have an office named after you,
Yeah,
I'd be
there
very,
you go.
very
Turn
grateful.
that down.
Very grateful.
There you go.
Well, I'll make sure that that link is in the recap, and so that everybody who's listening now or later or whatever can go out there and read all the details and hopefully throw you guys a few bucks. And every little thing,
Every little
helps.
penny helps.
You know.
Absolutely. So, in other words, if I could come up with $15,000 or $20,000, I could have one of my multiple personalities have an office named after it.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's cool.
And actually, on this site, you can donate as little as $1,000 and get your name up on the wall.
Oh, okay.
So we're making it affordable.
That's cool. That's cool.
Well, and I think that's awesome because, you know, I think a lot of nonprofits, I think people don't realize how hard it is for nonprofits in general, especially when they offer services to a community, because it's all volunteer, it's all based on donations brought in, and yeah, there's government grants and things along those lines, but they don't
Those
go
are
very
difficult to
far.
get.
They're difficult to get, and they don't go very far.
Very difficult.
Yes.
Yes.
I used to write grants for the Illinois Department of Public Health, and it's
competitive.
You have to do like a 5-page scenario of everything that you're going to do, and all your I's have to be dotted, and punctuations and everything have to be
Just
just
the thought
right.
of doing that, I just cringe. I'm like, ugh.
You know, I think also we run into, you know, we're also dealing with a population that there are a lot of people that don't support. There are a lot of people that it does not affect them in this immediate time.
And
so
you know, it's kind of sad that we're still in that mindset as a society, because, and I'm going to use public schools. You know, you get people who don't want to pay certain taxes because it benefits the public school, and they don't have kids or things along those lines. And it's like, wait a minute, you know, just because you don't have kids doesn't mean it's not benefiting society to educate the
Exactly.
children. And it's the same with this. You know, whether you have a...
Everyone knows someone or has a family member.
It's
who
true.
is
Exactly.
living
Everybody
with
is
this.
affected.
6
Absolutely.
degrees of
Absolutely.
separation, and you know everybody in the whole world. So, you know, of those 6 degrees of separation, I would probably say 4 of those fall into needing some sort of
Absolutely.
support for HIV/AIDS.
the stigma is still there. Has it gotten better over the last 20 years? Yes, but it's still there. And we still have clients that are afraid to let anybody know their status.
Mm-hmm.
And I think on the same level, there are people that don't outwardly give money to the cause, because then people might think that are they infected or.
Well, there's ways to
Right.
donate
The mind works
anonymously.
There absolutely. We'll take anything anonymously.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just think that some people use that as like an excuse. And it really just, I don't know. Personally, it annoys me because you can donate anonymously. You can drop, a cashier's check in the mail and donate, or you can stop by and just drop an envelope with cash in it. There's
Boxes
all kinds
of
of
food
ways.
even,
Food,
non-perishables
that's
and
it. If
toiletries
you don't want to
and
donate money,
hygiene items, all that.
We struggle for the basics, hygiene items,
Absolutely.
canned goods. We have people that we serve that are on the street and need to eat.
Exactly.
So, even things for our pantry are of great use for us.
Can openers. We could use can openers because our clients that have nowhere to go, if we give them canned food, they can't eat it
Yeah, they
get
can't
into
because
it.
they
get
can't
into
open it.
Yeah.
So even as simple as a can opener would help us out.
You could go to a dollar store and buy a
10
can opener.
can openers for $10.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
a buck, and that right there.
Just made someone's day much easier.
Ten people,
Think
yeah,
about it,
absolutely.
yeah. And that's the thing. I just think that a lot of people don't. I don't know.
They don't think.
They don't think. They don't think about the little things, and I think society in general is very self-centered. So I think that's why we do shows like this, to get the word out and hopefully maybe change somebody's mind, and they'll go buy a can opener at the dollar store, and at any sister event. This is the other thing too. Sister Tootie or I would be happy to take donations on behalf of Francis House.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you guys are like, oh, we don't want to go by there, come to a sister event or come out here on a Wednesday when we're doing the show and just drop off a bag and we will deliver it for you.
Yeah, anytime we
Thank
do
you.
events, anybody that brings us food for Francis House, we give them a Jell-O shot. It's just that simple.
That's a screaming deal.
That's right.
Well, yeah, have
It's
fun.
true,
and
though. You guys have been so supportive of us, and we're so thankful for
Well,
the
there's so many
collaborations.
people that are in need, and you guys do such a great job of helping everybody that you can. And I for one always bring stuff in anytime I can, and which is usually once a week anyway.
We have a tremendous staff. We really do. Our case managers, our counselors, everybody that our clients that volunteer and help in the kitchen and at our front desk. It all makes a difference. Our staff is phenomenal, and I know I could sound biased, but I truly believe that
Well, you have
that's
a
what keeps clients
a person
coming back.
volunteering a full 40 hours a week.
Two now. Yep.
So it's not like it's people getting paid to do everything there that they're doing. That's not the case. There's so many
Well, and I think
volunteers.
that's what a lot of people don't realize about nonprofits. Now, there are nonprofits out there that pay their admin people or whatever, but I all the ones I know and I'm associated with pretty much are all volunteers. Like the
Right.
sisters, we're all volunteer. Francis House. I know ASAP I think is all volunteers. Transaction, there are nonprofits are people do it because they love what they're doing. They love helping the other people, and sometimes you just need people to help you so you can help the other people.
We do have some great support from the community. The Leather Club has been a great supporter. There's another group called Eat Tampa Bay, and once a quarter they come in and they do a service project. So they're coming in March and they're painting our building.
Awesome.
Oh, that's good.
So 15 or 20 of them just kind of show up ready to work,
With
and they
paint.
work all day with paint.
Awesome.
And they're fantastic as well. So we're very fortunate to have a lot of that support, because without them, I don't think people realize how much money it saves us to have our front desk person be a volunteer and have another cook in the kitchen that's a volunteer,
Right.
because that's money that we would have to pay somebody that now goes right back into direct service.
Right.
So we make sure that every penny we can goes right back into direct services.
That's wonderful. Well, we're almost out of time, so I want to remind everybody to definitely check out the recap with the links for both the fundraiser and for, I keep wanting to say,
Go Eat Tampa
I
Bay.
know, I keep wanting to say dine out. Eat out.
Sorry, ASAP.
Go eat. Go eat. I will have links up on the recap. It should be posted by Friday. And for those of you who want to catch this video at a later date, we will have a YouTube channel that will have all of these videos that we do record when we record them. So thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to call that a wrap.
And we will see you all next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.